Alright guys, so today we're going to be looking at the 13W36A snapshot. I've been so excited, and I imagine most of you as well have as well. In the run up to 1.7, I've been getting freaking teased by Jeb and Dinnerbone on Twitter, and Reddit has been just looking at every hint, every clue as to what's going to be here. And finally, we've got the snapshot. So today, I'm going to be trying to go through it as much as possible, showing you what I can see, because again, they like to tease you, and they've not told us what exactly is in the pack now. I'm only going to be going off what I can see, because I don't know how to do any of that code stuff, reading the code. So anything specific like that, this isn't the place to be. I'm literally going to be looking at what I can see and sort of what I've gathered so far. Now, one big thing is the plants, which are these. So quite good. These can be gotten by, if we just get some bone meal, so let's just go creative. Bone meal. These can be gathered. You see, we can get the rose. I think these might be biome specific, because so far you can only get the poppy, which has actually replaced the rose. Now we only have the rose bush, which I'll talk about in a second. But so these are new plants. There is a biome which I'll put a picture on screen around about now, because I've yet to find one, which is full of flowers. I don't know the name, but it'll be on screen, so don't worry about it. Running along with that, also a biome specific for birch trees and a gorge biome, or gorges, which actually occur randomly, which I'll put a picture on as well about now. So these are the dyes you can get from these plants. Some of them give the same dyes. I think this one and that one. I'm not going to bother with the names because I have no idea. I could look. New decoration block tab. So yeah, so we've got dandelion. It's not actually just flower anymore. Poppy obviously replaced the red one. Red tulip, orange. So these are going to give the dyes, you know, according to what they look like and what they're called. So that's the new flowers. The new bushes, which is quite cool. We have the rose bush, we have the lilac bush, we have the sunflower, which I think points to towards where the sun is, or points to the east. I don't really know. We have the peony, don't know what that is. We have the double tall grass, and we have the large fern. Now the way we get these is if we get the bone meal, and you just bone meal. See, I've done a couple here. These can occur naturally, but as well, if you just want to force it, you can use a bone meal. And then the same with the fern. If I just grab a fern, these tend to be in deserts, but if you want to put them down here, you can grow it. It's going to make for a nice bush. So I imagine building is going to be a lot more awesome right now with all these new additions. So that's always good. Those are all the plants. What should we look at next? Let's look at the food and the fish. So we've got some new fish. These are the salmon, the clownfish, and the pufferfish. These are gotten, obviously, being fish by fishing. So the salmon, I don't know how many hearts it heals for, because I've not had a chance to get the hunger down. So maybe just at the end of this, I'll have a look. But I think fish heal around 2 or 3, so maybe I'll do 5, because they're quite rare. But I'll get onto that in a second. I don't know the use of the clownfish yet. Excuse me. So it might have a use in the future, but I'm not sure. And the pufferfish is used to make a new potion, which Jeb actually tweeted about water breathing potions, which we'll get onto soon. Now, before we do that, let's have a look at some new blocks. So we obviously have Podzol, which is a new block. This is found in, I think they're called Megataiga Biomes. They're spruce wood trees, which are 2x2, and they're massive. I'll have a look at one of them in a bit. We also have packed ice. I'm assuming this is just found in the normal ice biomes. I don't know how to make this. I tried putting ice in like a 4x4 and then a 9x9, or 3x3, and I couldn't make it, so maybe that's just one of those. One thing I did notice, it takes a little longer to break, but it doesn't create water when you break it. So that's quite interesting. I don't really know a use for that. Now, let's set it day. Oh, hang on. Let's have a look at the potion now. There's 2 new enchantments. We've got Look of the Sea and Lure 3. These are for the fishing rods. Now, I've been looking at these enchantments. As far as I can guess off the name, the Lure, you're going to be able to catch fish quicker, is what I've gathered. And Look of the Sea, you can actually get other stuff rather than fish. So you maybe get the salmon, the clownfish, and the pufferfish more often. But what I also found was you can actually fish, and you can get fishing rods. So we'll take a look at that now. Now, the other big thing is the potion of water breathing, which is made with a nether wart and a pufferfish in a brewing stand. So as that's cooking up, let me just show the fishing. So if we get an anvil, I did have one. It got deleted for some reason. There it is. If we put these two on, so it's going to cost you 9 to put the lower 3 on, and then 14. Now, as far as I know, from what testing I've done, even doing level 30, for some reason you just get fishing rod. I don't know the use of this. I'm pretty sure you can do 8. I actually tried with a 3 enchantment. It doesn't actually allow you to do it, so maybe I've no idea. I mean, I've done about 20 of these, and so far I've not got an enchantment, so I don't really understand what's that for. As far as I can guess, you would just have to enchant a book and obviously just add them manually. I don't think you can enchant like you would for a pickaxe to get it. So let's just stick this bufferfish in, and that's going to give us the potion of water breathing, which I probably don't need to explain. You can probably gather it yourself. Another thing to note, I was fishing in a river. I didn't do it for that long, so don't take my word on this. I couldn't get any pufferfish or salmon. Another interesting thing, if you just look closely, you might want to put it up to 720p. There's some new animation effects on the water, and you'll see in a second when we catch the fish. Like, you see the bubbles. When that gets, we get a fish. Did you see that? Let me show you again. So you'll see like a little bubbling heading towards your fishing rod, and as that reaches it, you're going to see it pop down, and you can get it. Now, as far as I know, I think the law 3 just increases your chance of catching it. It increases your chances of catching a fish. The look of the sea, I think that probably, there's a chance to get items other than fish. So, like I said before, here we go again. Hey, we've got a salmon this time. Another quick note of the biome thing. This is actually a deep ocean. Now, I don't know if the fishes are biome specific. That's maybe something you can check out for yourself. But if we just grab a night vision potion, because it is pretty dark down here. There we go. So yeah, this is a deep ocean biome. We'll have a look at some of the new biomes in a second, but the whole floor is gravel. It's crazy. If you ever need gravel, just come to one of these. It's everywhere. If we just take a look, because now we can see it, check that out. It seems a little bit overkill, because you get these small islands. I think I saw one over here. You just see that there. It's such a massive base for such a small top. It's only a snapshot after all, but you see, it is very deep, the ocean. I know Jeb was talking about a lot of the stuff on Twitter regarding biomes and stuff, but there you go. So maybe just have a quick go at one more fish here. I want to see if you can see an example of catching a fishing rod, which is something I did earlier. Okay, so just another fish. So maybe the look of sea means sometimes maybe you get a couple fish. But then pufferfish seem to actually be quite rare. See, we've got a fish already there. That's the law 3. I'm imagining that's going to increase your chances. So perhaps the salmon heal you for quite a lot, because they do seem very rare. But if you can just look on screen, you'll be able to see the little particle effects on the sea, which is quite nice. So let's see if we can just catch one more fish. There we go. Oh, I thought I saw one there. There we go. Okay, so yeah, by the looks of things, it's pretty rare. Another cool thing, let me show you this. When you fall quite a big distance, a nice cool landing particle effect. You see, it depends on your height. So say you're about 5 blocks, you get a small one. So you get really high, drop down, you get quite a big effect. That's quite nice. That I think it's quite cool. So if we look, I've got our water breathing potions. Let's just go into survival. There we go. So we just took one of these, pushing the water breathing, and I imagine we go in here, and our bubbles probably aren't going to go down. So that's really cool. That it's actually a really nice addition. So there we go. So those are the item effects, the item changes I've seen. The only other thing I noticed was a couple texture changes. I know the cyan dye. I think that's new. I'm not sure. I don't remember it looking like that. I'd never used it before, so that could be old. You might have to correct me on that. I think that's it for textures. So if we just go through the settings, then we'll have a look at the new biomes. So come here to options. This has all changed. We have the super secret settings, which you can click all you want. Nothing's going to load. But one cool thing is the music and sounds. Now, Dennerbone tweeted this. We've got a master volume, a weather, and every monster's players, and you can mess with all of these how you want, so that's quite a nice thing to have. Also controls, a lot more open to button mapping. Say you see these hotbars, say you have a custom mouse, now you can hotkey it. All this has changed, it's all been categorized. It's quite a nice thing to have now. Another big thing was the sprint. You can it's now left control. Now you can double click, but if I want to sprint, I'm holding control now. It's toggleable on and off, so I'm just walking straight. I'm going to click control once, not holding it down. It's on permanently. If you want, you can sprint normally. That's me double tapping, and then we go press control, and it's constant sprint. So that's actually really good, because I know a lot of times in PvP it's difficult to get sprinting straight away, and with that, it's obviously going to fix that. Now that's pretty much all I've seen in terms of items and settings. I couldn't help but notice, I think the fire potions have been textured differently. They might just be me. I think it is. But they do look a little bit more orange than I was used to. But again, that could just be me. There's also a potion of slowing. It's somewhere around here. Slowness, I think that was already in the game. But like I said, I'm not really sure. So that's it for the items. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the new biomes. Okay, so before we look at the biomes, I have to show you this. This is, like we have the flat world. This is a new world option. Now, it does actually say next to it, we're going to have some trouble loading just while I'm recording here. Yeah, check this out. How cool is this? So this isn't in your vanilla game. It's an option like you would have large biomes or you'd have super flat. But check this out. This is the amplified. So this is actually a Mesa Biome. But it's amplified, so we see over here, these are the podzol, is that what they're called? Biomes. Everything's been, well, amplified. So as we can see here, we have a lot of difficulty loading. This is huge. The top of one of these mountains is we're Y217, so at the top of that, it's getting to sky limit. So I'm having a lot of difficulty loading this whilst recording, but as you can just see, the scale of this is crazy. Like I say, this is an option. It says next to the option just for fun. I think Jeb was just messing about with the terrain gen, and this is just a nice little thing. I say little, it's huge. But anyway, just wanted to show that. I think this looks awesome. So let's get on to the new biomes. Okay, so I've just gone and generated a world, and right away was spawned in one of the new biomes, which is obviously a Mesa Biome. Now, you're never going to run out of clay again. Not with one of these. It is crazy the amount of clay. I'm telling you, look at all this. Wow. So yeah, this is a Mesa Biome. I think these tend to be near deserts, because they're near a lot of sand from what I've seen. Or maybe not, I think the sand is part of it, but yeah. Stupid amounts of clay. Just look at this. The clay actually does go down. It reaches stone, maybe 20-30 blocks down, depending on where you're at. But yeah, so much clay. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I think that's really cool. So this is the Mesa Biome. I'm going to go ahead and just have a quick fly around. I'm going to try and find the other biomes to take a look at quickly. So, back with you in a second. Alright, so I was just flying around for a second here. This is quite cool. This is a Mesa Plateau. So like you have the Extreme Hills biome, this is the Mesa Biome's, I guess, hill equivalent. So these look quite cool. And this is what the grass looks like and the trees in a Mesa Biome. They look quite dead because I think it's like a sort of desert type thing. So that's definitely something quite different. But there is a lot of clay. I think it makes normal clay now really just for bricks again, which no one really used anyway. So, but yeah, so this biome's actually massive. I'm gonna go on another run because I need to try and find a there's a Megataiga. It sounds like a boss in Pokemon. I think it's called that, Megataiga Biome, and I'll see you in a second. Alright, here we go. Oh, lag spike. So I actually went and generated a couple of worlds, and it turns out the world gen favours Mesa Biomes because we. Oh, that's what I forgot to show. There's a new sugarcane texture. Look at that. It's a little bit darker now. I don't know if I like it. I mean, it's a bit more realistic, so I guess it's better. But this is what I wanted to show. This is a, well, Tiger Hills at the moment. I'm telling you, it's called Megataiga. I'm not making it up. There we go, Megataiga. So this is where the pods all apparently spawns. This block is disgusting. I think it looks like sick. Just out of curiosity, let me just bone meal this. Can't bone meal it. Yeah, I really don't like this grass, but it's a sort of cool biome. So wall spawn here, nice to know. But these are the Megataiga trees. These are 2x2 spruce wood trees that are huge. If you're in one of these, I've noticed, probably because it's a snapshot, it's not perfectly optimized. You may get some frame rate drops here. I'm alright at the moment. I'm recording at a solid 60, and that's because it's capped. But yeah, just to let you know, it's because it is a snapshot, so not everything's optimized. But so yeah, this is the new tiger biome, which is pretty cool. Apart from I don't like that texture, but that's just a personal thing. The mossy cobblestone, these little like cluster things up here. I'm assuming they've done this because it came like such an abundance with the Nether temple, the jungle temples, that there was just no need for it to be as rare as it was, since nobody really used it anyway. But yeah, this is the new biome. So these trees look pretty cool. I'll have any pictures of other biomes just put on at the end or over where I was talking about it before, if I mentioned it, because I'm not able to find all the biomes right now. But yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you find anything interesting. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, this has been Snapshot. I don't know why I screenshot it. Snapshot 13W36A. So yeah, I'm going to leave you now. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know anything you found in the comments. See ya.